You don't have to get an S series to get a great Samsung phone. Let's check this out. Dave Taylor here, and I'm checking out this. Well, let me get to the home screen. So this is the Samsung Galaxy A71. Yes, Samsung has more than just the S series in the Galaxy line, and this is a pretty sweet phone. It features, as you can see, a bright 6.7-inch infinity display running at 2400 by 1080, and it's powered by the Snapdragon 765 2.4 gigahertz octa-core with 128 gig of RAM. So the fun part of this, as with most modern smartphones, is the camera. And on the back you can see it features a quad camera which offers you 64 megapixel, 12 megapixel, and 5 megapixel on the back, and 32 megapixel facing you for your important high-res selfies. And you can shoot video at 4K UHD at 30 frames per second. But I don't want to talk about the phone, I want to show you the phone. So let's switch to some photos. First off, this is just a regular daytime outdoor photo, and you can see it's crisp and vivid. It's a beautiful photo, actually. But let me now show you the different lenses. So standing in exactly the same place, we're going to start with a wide shot, and then I'm going to tap on the normal sort of aspect ratio, and then I'll zoom in as much as I can, all from exactly the same spot. That is a remarkable variety of focal length there, so pretty sweet. Now, one of the other features that people really like looking at with smartphones that's gotten way better in the last couple of years is night mode. So this is an ambient night shot. So it's just the light that's on my street. This was at about midnight, even though the sky looks like it's just around dusk. It's pretty darn good. Now, with night mode shots, it's taking a really slow exposure, so you gotta hold it really still. So if I'm taking a night mode shot and I'm doing something like this, then it can't be much of a surprise to me that it comes out a little blurry. So there's a little bit of practice involved. It's really great if you can prop it against something like the hood of a car or the side of a house or whatever it is, or just stand in a really solid stance so your hands aren't wandering. And certainly shooting it like this is pretty hard. Now, I also have video, so let's start with the first video sample, and this one shows just regular video. This is at regular focal length, and then I'm going to tap to zoom in, and then I'm going to manually zoom in as much as I can, and at the very maximum zoom, this is all basically digital as far as I understand, and you know, we're bouncing between the lenses, but this gets a little bit jagged, a little bit of artifacting going on, but still, it's pretty clean. Now, one more quick demo is slow-mo. And if that's not a Zen river, I don't know what is. So, really, really impressed with the camera. Not surprised, because Samsung has absolutely figured all this out with its long and impressive journey down the S and all the other varieties of Galaxy phones they have. But still, for a phone at this price point, this is a beautiful camera setup. So it also features a 4500 milliamp hour battery that gives you 36 hours of talk time. You charge it via USB-C. It does not do wireless Qi charging. If you've been fantasizing about putting it on your charger and having it work wirelessly, this isn't that phone. So kind of a bummer. In fact, let me give you a super quick tour. So starting on the right hand side, you have the typical volume up and down and power button. On the left hand side, nothing. There's nothing to show you. On the top, you have the SIM and micro SD card slots. So I told you, right, that it supports micro SD up to 1 terabyte. That is a lot of space to have on your phone. Let me actually show you how it comes out. So there's not much included in the box. You can check out my unboxing if you want, but basically it's the power adapter. So you take your SIM removal tool, you push it in the right spot, and then the card slot comes out. And this is a dual purpose little tray. So on the bottom you have your SIM card, which identifies it for the phone network, and on the top you put in whatever micro SD card you want. Now, number one, not recommended to do this while your phone's on. Oh well, it's not going to hurt it, but it's just not recommended. Number two, it's a little bit precarious. It's not super strong, But the good news is this isn't something you're going to be doing very often. In fact, I would guess that you'll get the phone, you'll put the SIM card in, you'll put the micro SD card in, you'll close it up just like that, and honestly, you'll never touch it again. So that goes in the top. Now, the bottom features a 3.5 millimeter audio jack. I still like having those, and USB-C for charging, and a couple little cutouts for the speaker. So this offers decent audio. It's not fantastic, but I mean, you know, it's a phone with speakers that are probably smaller than, I don't know, your tiniest fingernail. So it works, it's listenable, it's functional, but really I think the sweet spot with these sort of devices is absolutely the camera setup, and this one just has that so well. Now, also running Android 10, and it is 5G compatible. Now, AT&T, all these other companies, 5G is sort of coming along right now. So, you know, it's probably going to be at least another 6 months to a year until it's fully deployed across the US, if not the world. It's worth it because it's going to be way faster. But this one supports the N2, N5, and N66 bands for 5G. And I'm really hoping once it's more pervasive, we don't have to care about that, right? It's like Wi-Fi. You just say it just does Wi-Fi, and you don't have to worry about, well, do you mean like N band or M band or whatever, right? So with 5G, this is a 5G compatible phone. AT&T says if you have 5G in the area, this will rock and roll for you. So that's pretty much it. There's a lot to like about this phone. It's fast, the screen is crisp, there's a lot of great battery life, you know, and perhaps most importantly, it has a really nice camera setup. You can get really good photos and really nice video for a phone that's actually just on the very high end of budget. So that's really nice. If you've been looking at these like $900 or $1,000 smartphones, this is not that phone. This is way more affordable. But before we get to the price, let me ask if you can subscribe to my channel. Really appreciate when you do that. And the more subscribers I have, the more leverage I have to get gear and to give you straight and honest reviews. So awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. So this is, and I love the screensaver. It's too bad it doesn't stay on for very long, but it's a cool animation that gives you a sense of just how much processing power this unit has. So this is the Samsung Galaxy A71, and it's $10 a month for 30 months through AT&T, or if you just want to go ahead and buy it full out, then it will cost you $599. Now, there are other carriers that have this same phone, and you can get it through non-carriers like a Best Buy, Walmart, Amazon, etc. You can probably buy it directly through Samsung. So check it out, look for different price pop options and different packages, but fundamentally, this is a really great mid-range Android phone. There's so much to like, there's really nothing to criticize. And yeah, it's 2400 by 1080, but let's be real, that's on a screen that's this size. So it's crisp, it has high density, it's very readable. There's nothing not to like about this phone. It's definitely one you should check out. And with that, I think I am going to check it out a little more, which means I'll catch you in my next video.